Previously, I showed you this layout of Orlando, 1996 layout or map, showing how these signs here created this triangle, what I said came to my attention. This also included a house that I said fit into this layout, showing me the inside of the King's Chamber. Okay. Now, like I said, you open up this layout, you see the Atlanta airport and how the Atlanta airport fits in the same position as the pyramid on the dollar and the eagle. Same position. Okay? That was in 1996. Put this sign up prior to all this, minus what I have put here, and prior to this. Now when I put that up, it is what it says. Now that was 1996, this is 2009 going 2010. For all that time that was going on, I was here from 1998 through 1990, from 1998 to 2003. I spent time here at federal prison. In this prison, this shape, in this room, 6 years. And that was before I told about my connection to the Great Pyramid. Now I could have went in there with my eyes closed and mind shut and just thought about why I was here as far as why they believe I was there, but I told them different. I told them that it all connected me to the Great Pyramid. Okay? That's just federal. This is not state. Of course, they didn't want to believe it. They don't want to believe anything unless it's something that they construct themselves. Prior to my leaving from 2003, 2008, I was here. In this facility, in Coleman Prison, federal prison. Which, if you understand the symbolic layout, it all connects back to the same Book of the Dead that I mentioned earlier. Okay? Which goes back to Orion Court, the final judgment, which is behind me, which I picked up in Egypt back in 1997. And I say that because prior to all this, when I showed you this, if you looked at the previous layouts, what I showed you in the 1 through 8, that if you look, you don't see certain things on this map that I'm going to show you on the next one that came out after the fact. This is after I said what I said about Orlando and my reference in my connection to Orlando, the Book of the Dead, the Great Pyramid, the Orion, and being Osiris. I went to court saying that. Of course, they ain't going to believe it. Now, this is a new map. Well, after the fact. Before, and after. Now I said where I-4 was, the I, where I said at the millennium, had to do with the great year, 26,000 years, time. Time. This is after the fact. Now we have the Millennium area. Millennium Boulevard. Right up through the center of the eye. We have Florida Turnpike, renamed Ronald Reagan Parkway, Turnpike, which if you went back and understood what I was saying about my 5th grade venture to Florida, and that was my first experience with elections and kept me in the eye of politics from that point on, paying attention. You would see that in 1980, Ronald Reagan was elected. And that was the first time I was able to participate in an election based on what I experienced back in 5th grade. There is John Young. John Young was an astronaut who flew in not only missions of the